All right, welcome back. Just like we said after the break, we will be going straight to what the papers are saying. But then with us this morning, we have already in the studio Barrister Darlington Agumo. A very good morning to you, Barrister.
Good morning, David. Good morning, Fina. Good morning, Moses.
Good morning, Barrister.
Yeah. You know, I was going to ask Barrister if he once had an experience of a traditional festival, even in the East. I'm not even going to talk with you there by now.
Yeah, there is.
Take us through it in 30 seconds.
Okay, there is this one about initiation into manhood.
Okay.
Yeah, when certain age group will come up in age, there is a big celebration, They gather and then buy long clothes, long wrapper. There will be celebrations. On the D-Day, they will spray it in front of their compound. Each person from each compound, they will spray it. Then on that particular day, towards evening, they will now go with their own entourage to go and meet at the town square. Oh, wow. Then from there, they will now parade around, from along the main road.
And it was a big one.
Very, very big.
Wow. Colorful too, yeah?
You will know that you have come of age. Then there is this other New Yam Festival, which is general with the
Manhood starts from what age actually? According to the tradition there.
From 30. From 30.
Oh, okay.
People of that age, they always come together because when children are given birth to, their mothers know those who...
Their age grade.
So within that period, you will know that, yes, this is your own time.
Okay.
They do a lot. They cook and then pump and pageantry.
Okay, interesting, interesting one. But let's dive into the papers now, Barrister.
Yeah.
To the Punch newspaper we go. Cholera, death toll rises to 37 as Lagos records 401 cases. FG orders water analysis as outbreak spreads in Lagos, Ogun, Osun, Cross River, activate emergency response, 5 hospitals. Now, this was anticipated from the Salah and then children returning to school. So, but I don't know if this has been handled the way it should be, seeing that the figures are rising. But we are also hearing that in some local government areas that they had previously had cases, the cases are beginning to dwindle, and then it's coming up in other areas. So some are saying government is doing something about that in Lagos State. Well, we also do have other states as well. But we talk about water, the unavailability of clean water, and what we take as sachet water. How purified is it? How good is it? Do we know how well these things are being produced before they package them for us to take? Anyway, that's a conversation we'll have in the course of the program. Some more headlines here. FG probes 2.7 trillion naira subsidy debt and lists Auditor General. Naira slump. Loans push public debt to 121 trillion naira. That's according to DMO, Debt Management Office. That's also a conversation that we'll be having this morning. Africa Global Logistics bets in Nigeria unveils strategic transformation pillars. All right. And then very tiny one here, NNPC, Total Energy signed $550 million gas production deal. Emirates tussle, Kanu plans appeal as court sacks Sanusi. That's another conversation that we will just touch on in the course of the program. Okay, going further down, we have protesters demand El Rufai's trial for alleged 423 billion naira theft. Lagos APC mourns member as Hajj debts crosses 1,000. Unfortunately, Otedola raises FBNH stake with over 18 billion naira shares. Barrister, these are the headlines. What say ye?
Yeah, it's about the cholera. It's unfortunate, seriously. There are certain things that you should expect, certain things that are obvious. When you look at the poverty level and the economic hardship, it goes with this type of thing. When ordinary sachet water cannot be, people can no longer afford it. What else do you want them
Should we
to?
even be talking about sachet water when in other climes your pipe-borne water is
enough.
purified enough? You just turn on the tap and you drink and you are good.
That is a smart city for you. That is Lagos that's supposed to be a show example. Are you telling me that Lagos State does not have money to bring pipe-borne water to every home in Lagos? Are you telling me that? No. They want to use the money for irrelevant things. Yet, they are beating their chests as the smart city, the biggest economy in Africa, this and that. Meanwhile, the basic things. You and I know that this cholera is caused by bad water. It's as simple as that, bad water. If the people have a clean water, should we be going through this? You know it's not possible. All this one, they are telling you things are getting better, this and that. This is medicine after death. The 21 people that have died so far in Lagos, can you bring them back to life? That is,
37 actually. 37,
so,
that's
and it's avoidable. With clean water, this thing is avoidable. Moses, people cannot afford clean water in Lagos now. With the hardship. Most of them depend on these people who carry water around. And you don't know where they brought the water. Your own just are one water. So these are, and the Lagos State, they are aware of all these things. What happened to pipe-borne water? I remember when we were living in Surulere in the 70s, along Akirele. I used to go and pay. When they give me money, I'll go and pay it near the post office, opposite Super Cinema. I used to go and pay water rates. They give me the money, I'll go and pay.
So what happened years after, even with the water corporation themselves?
My brother, it's unfortunate. Yet somebody tell us he built a modern Lagos. Yeah? These are some of the things that I don't want to hear. How can you build a city without pipe-borne water? Where is that city? Please, where is that city? A smart city, the modern city that doesn't have pipe-borne water. So you can see the result. This thing may not end. As long as this poverty level continues, it will not end today. I'm telling you.
You know, it's funny how it's been painted out. Of course, the Minister of Health in Lagos, Aboyomi himself, was of the opinion that the quarter that has the highest number of affected, people who are being affected with this cholera happen to be in the highbrow area of Lagos. I'm talking about the Lekki axis now, not even in the, the mainlands or other parts.
Do they have water in Lekki? Lekki is built
that's
on
another one.
Lekki is built on swamp.
Unfortunately, a lot of the water that comes out has a lot of iron in it.
Yes,
And that in
contaminated
itself
water.
is, brown, dark brown, coffee brown water. That's what they have to.
I know people who are living in Lekki who are buying water from water vendors in Lekki because whenever they sink a borehole, what will come out there is, in fact, it is as yellowish as maybe yellow clothes. They can't dig borehole there. That will tell you the topography where they built. Some people up to tomorrow they are buying water from water vendors. Then they buy pure water. One relocated because he got tired of buying bags of sachet water. Yes, in Lekki. And Lagos State government is telling that 80% of the building in that place is defective. I don't know why
we're obviously having conflicting figures because as the Punch says, 37, death toll rises to 37 concerning cholera. The Vanguard has a different figure. The Vanguard is saying death toll hits 21 in Lagos.
Daily Independent is saying 21.
Because the government will never tell you the truth. They don't want to alarm anybody. It's always like that.
All right.
They will not tell you the truth.
All right, then let's get into another daily.
The Vanguard newspaper this morning, the major headline there reads, cholera, death toll hits 21 in Lagos, 401 cases recorded. And then we'll have the riders to be LWC issues red alert over untreated water in circulation. Lagos Island, Ikorodu, Kosofe, Etiosa, worst hit. PSP on 24 hours waste evacuation. No surge of cases in lawsuit, CMD. Why Lagos is prone to cholera outbreak, that is according to analysts. So You can get that on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. And the window headline on Vanguard newspaper this morning reads, Nigeria's public debt up 25% to 121 trillion naira, says DMO, the Debt Management Office. Rivers crisis, seed to LGAs won't deter us. That is according to Fubara, the governor of Rivers State. Police insist on occupation. That is a rider on that headline. Insecurity. Jihadists flooding Nigeria through Benin Republic, according to reports. 423 billion naira indictment. Protesters march in Kaduna once EFCC proof of El-Rufai. It's like Nigerians are beginning to wake up to take over their states and their countries. All right, we have another headline here that reads, Kanu government kicks against court removal of Sanusi as emir. The writers there insist Sanusi remains emir. Orders removal of Bayero from Gidan Nasarawa mini palace to demolish building. And we have other headlines to be FG6 18 months extension of $800 million World Bank palliative scheme. FG6 18 months extension of $800 million World Bank palliative scheme. And you can get that on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. And we have an editorial by Owei Lakemfa. You can get that on page 17 of the Vanguard newspaper. And the last but not the least, before David will say, go sports, we will talk the sports more. Okay, on page 36 of the Vanguard newspaper, RFA, the ranking, sinking Eagles drop 8 spots, now 38. That is the new ranking for FIFA, for FIFA ranking, okay? Nigeria now is at 38 position. They dropped 8th position. Oh, nice one. Those are the headlines on the Vanguard newspaper.
That's a nice one.
Yes. What do you expect me to say when we couldn't even qualify for World Cup?
We're still in line.
Do you know how many matches have you ever won a particular match? We haven't won any. We're just having double, draw.
We're playing.
And then we'll have Finidi being sacked. And we'll have a confrontation.
Finidi resigned.
He resigned.
There are 12
when we have
matches to be played.
when you have someone, I have a contract signed with someone, I'm going to pay you a certain amount of money for 1 year, and then you're not telling the person you have to get someone else to be one that will supersede.
I mean, this you just said it.
Let us tell
contract.
ourselves the truth in what is happening in this country. Anyway, Barrister, you're the one that will do justice to this. I'm beginning to.
Barrister, how do you react?
In fact, it's very funny. It's like our sports ministry is jinx.
Oh.
There is something in that glass house in Abuja that nobody have told us. Look at it. No coach has left peacefully. Both local and foreign coaches. All of them always end up in controversy.
But don't you think that's actually the norm? I mean, coaches resign or are asked to leave when they don't deliver.
It's a hire and fire job.
Yes, that's what it is. If you
Please.
don't deliver, you either tender your resignation or you're asked to leave.
You're a Manchester fan. How has Eric Ten Hag been doing in that club? David. Eric Ten Hag of Manchester United.
I never said
right,
No, let's see that if you don't deliver, what happens? No.
Okay.
It's a different thing if you left because of non-performance. And another thing, if there is a political game being played in the sports ministry. These are two. If you check, what has been the problem is the politics that have entered into our sports. Politics. You have what Finidi said. You had a meeting with somebody. You never told him you are going to get somebody. It was from the media that he started hearing somebody is coming and all that. I mean, what does that tell you?
Well,
that had to be somebody.
I strongly believe that he should be more abreast of the situation of the sports industry in Nigeria. He knows, he's been in the business for a while. But
some people even brought people to go and play in that tournament. Some politicians are always making call. Put my boy, put this person, if you want to retain your job. All those things. We have had it several times now.
True.
We have had it several times.
Very true.
So when it now happens, you start blaming the coach.
Oh, well. Barrister, I wanted you to react to the insecurity situation that we see here in front of this Vanguard newspaper. Jihadists flooding Nigeria through Benin Republic.
In fact, that is a problem coming. We are talking of the one that are already inside. More
What happens to border control?
More are coming.
Why is this even? Shouldn't they just stop it?
I wonder.
Shouldn't they prevent them? Don't we have a way of identifying those who are entering Nigeria? And you know, the conversation also goes into the fact that our borders are really not defined.
Oh yeah.
In a lot of areas, and people can enter from the bush, from the waterways. They can enter. And shouldn't we be talking about effectively manning our borders and efficiently identifying those within the Nigerian space?
When you deliberately, consciously, and knowingly brought these people inside, mostly, what other recruitment exercises are you talking about here? These people were invited. The people that did it, they are not even apologetical about it. They are not even ashamed. They are not remorseful. They told you they went to bring them. They said it. So what are you saying? You were here when Buhari woke up one morning and said, anybody that has $200 is free to enter Nigeria and will be given visa at the point of entry. Is that not recruitment? Who else can come into here with $200? What are you coming to do? Can you rent a house or even start a business with that money? I mean, as at that time when it was 300 naira to $1. And since that time till now, have anybody reversed that policy? They are still coming. With that policy, they are still coming mostly. Nobody has reversed that policy.
So what can be done as regards border control now?
Look, you don't know, people don't know the enormity of what is going on.
So should we be
You
anticipating?
had the kidnapping going on that happened in Lagos. You think
Yes,
that's the one-off?
that's
You think it's one-off thing, Abi?
Oh, yeah.
They just tested the waters. Mostly, they just tested the waters. Anyway, are we then well? If they allow this country to collapse, all of us will be in for it.
No, we are all here.
Yes, now.
We're
all
all
of
in
us,
it,
yes.
and we are all concerned, and that's why we're talking about it.
When they are ruling the country out of sentiment.
Should we expect another round of terrorism activities in Nigeria with information like this? Jihad is coming into the country, flooding.
Of course, flooding.
The country.
They're coming boldly. Remember when they told you that they closed the border? When Buhari closed the border and all that? A lawmaker from Katsina went to Niger border.
Niger border, yes.
And the man raised alarm on what he saw. I discussed it. I discussed it on a media platform. I said, nobody will listen to this man now. He's from Katsina. The man said he saw people coming in brazenly with guns on their camel and horses. Coming in. And the custom people were looking the other side. And he was asking, say, come, did we not close the border? How come these people are just coming in droves?
So are you saying that there's no political will for Nigerian borders to be taken care of?
It's non-political will that have been driving this insecurity since it started.
Because Nigeria is not the only one having a funny border in this world. We have the likes of Slovakia and Australia and Hungary having a wonderful border when you cross from here to here, you're in another country and you don't do it. Even in San Marino and Italy, you don't move from here to here. But in Nigeria, it's something else.
That's what I'm telling you now. I said, you see, when you have a bad intention about your country, this is what happens. Some people don't have the interest of this country at heart. That is why somebody will come out to proudly and openly and tell me how he brought terrorists into the country to come and win an election.
So why do you think people are not going in for this or for all this you just mentioned now? Why is it that some people are not being persecuted or being called?
Yes, because they don't have the good intention for this country. These are the enemies of country that should be arrested. They should be arrested. That's why these people are so bold and arrogant. Don't you see how these bandits and the terrorists operate? You saw how long it took Buhari to proscribe them as the terrorists. We were begging him. Call these people what they are. He refused.
All right then, Bryce. Unfortunately, we are not able to go into other papers as we have to delve into the major conversation for today. Kano state government insists Muhammadu Sanusi II remains the 16th Emir of Kano. And that's after a federal high court in Kano overturned that installment and asked for a return to status quo. Well, let's talk about this one when we come back from this break.